Imagine a hole, an unassuming cavity on a small, windswept island off the coast of Canada. A hole that has swallowed fortunes, lives, and reputations for over 2 centuries. A hole, they say, that contains a treasure so immense, so historically significant, that powerful forces have actively worked to keep its secrets buried. What if I told you that the legendary Oak Island Money Pit isn't just about gold, but about something far more dangerous, something that certain individuals would rather die than see unearthed? To understand this chilling possibility, we need to rewind to the summer of 1795. 3 teenage boys, Daniel McGuinness, John Smith, and Anthony Vaughan, were exploring a remote corner of Oak Island. What caught their eye wasn't a typical beachcomber's find, but a circular depression in the ground, roughly 13 feet in diameter. Above it, an old oak tree had a rotten branch sawed off close to the trunk, with clear evidence of rigging marks. This wasn't nature's handiwork. This was man-made. Driven by youthful curiosity and the pervasive legends of pirate treasure, they began to dig. What they found, or rather, what they didn't find easily, sparked a mystery that has endured for generations. Just 2 feet down, they hit a layer of flagstones. Below that, 10 feet of meticulously stacked oak logs laid across the shaft at regular intervals. And then another layer of clay, another 10 feet, another layer of logs. And so it continued, like some infernal layered cake, every 10 feet, revealing another platform of timber. This wasn't a simple pirate's hurried burial. This was an engineered masterpiece, designed not just to hide, but to protect. Protect what? And from whom? The boys, undeterred, continued, their picks and shovels unearthing more structural intricacies than any casual treasure hunt should ever entail. But with every foot deeper, the pit's design hinted at something far grander, far more ancient than merely Captain Kidd's loot. As darkness fell and their energy waned, they realized this wasn't a job for amateurs. They had stumbled upon something truly extraordinary. News of their discovery spread, whispered through fishing villages and port towns, embellishing with each retelling. It wasn't until 1803 that the Truro Company, a group of investors, took up the challenge. Their optimism, however, was soon crushed by the pit's escalating resistance. At 90 feet, they unearthed a flat stone inscribed with cryptic symbols, a Rosetta Stone begging to be deciphered. But before they could properly analyze it, the pit began to fill with water. Not just groundwater, but salt water, rising and falling with the tides. It was then they realized the horrifying truth. The pit was booby-trapped, an intricate system of flood tunnels connected to the sea, designed to instantly inundate anyone who ventured too deep. This wasn't just a treasure vault, it was a death trap, designed by minds centuries ahead of their time. The Truro Company retreated, defeated and demoralized, leaving behind only more questions. The next major attempt came in 1849 with the Onslow Company. They too encountered the booby traps, the relentless flooding, but they also made a startling discovery using a drilling auger. Below 98 feet, they reported striking a chest, then layers of wood, metal, cement, and more wood, and then human bones. The implications were staggering. Not only was there treasure, but it had guardians, living or dead. The pit had taken its first life, even before anyone had properly measured its depths. But the Onslow Company, like its predecessor, was ultimately defeated by the relentless floods. The Oak Island Money Pit wasn't simply withholding its secrets, it was actively fighting back. Over the next century, more syndicates, more daring individuals poured their resources and their lives into the pit. The Oak Island Association, the Old Gold Salvage and Wrecking Company, Gilbert Hedden, the Restall family, and eventually the Blankenship family, each met with the same tantalizing hints, the same crushing defeats, and often tragic ends. In 1861, a boiler exploded, killing a worker. In 1897, another man fell to his death. In 1965, 4 men, Robert Restall, his son, and 2 workers, were overcome by carbon monoxide in a shaft, dying instantly. The pit had claimed its toll, a curse whispered among locals: 7 must die before the treasure is found. 6 lives have been lost so far. Is the 7th death merely a formality? But what if the true treasure isn't gold or jewels? What if it's something far more profound, something that would rewrite history as we know it? Consider the 90-foot stone. While its exact translation is debated, leading interpretations suggested a message along the lines of 40 feet below, 2 million pounds lie buried. But how did a stone with such a precise message, indicating a vast treasure, find its way to a remote island off Nova Scotia? Who possessed the engineering prowess to construct such a complex, self-flooding labyrinth centuries ago? Some theorize Templar knights, fleeing persecution, brought sacred relics, or even the Holy Grail. Others point to Francis Bacon, concealing Shakespeare's original manuscripts or proving his authorship. Still others whisper of ancient pre-Columbian voyages, or even artifacts left by unknown, advanced civilizations. The relentless efforts to unearth Oak Island's secrets have brought forth other enigmas. Coconut fibers, naturally occurring only thousands of miles away, found in a layer of the money pit. Old Spanish coins, a Roman sword, and inexplicable geological formations. Every discovery adds another layer to the enigma, pushing the timeline of human presence on the island far beyond recorded history. This isn't just about lost piratical gold. It's about a hidden chapter of humanity, a truth so monumental it's been meticulously concealed for centuries, and perhaps actively suppressed. Could it be that the money pit isn't merely a storage vault, but a time capsule, a repository of knowledge so revolutionary, so dangerous to established narratives that anyone who comes close to unearthing it faces not just the pit's booby traps, but forces far more insidious? Why has every major attempt to get to the bottom of the pit been met with not just natural resistance, but seemingly orchestrated failures, engineering mishaps, and even strange interferences? The allure of Oak Island isn't just the promise of treasure, it's the thrill of uncovering a truth that some powerful entity has gone to extraordinary lengths to hide. To this day, the money pit remains partially flooded, its secrets guarded fiercely. If you want to dive deeper into histories that reshape our understanding of the world, click on the next video, where we explore another lost civilization. A civilization that, like Oak Island, may hold the key to our forgotten past.